I do have this pulled up now.
Okay.
Let's go back to it, Hugh. We got Deion Sanders talking about Shedeur Sanders and the draft process, because remember, everybody was saying his son was on some hood rat things. He came to the thing with his headphones on and all that stuff. So
I heard he was picking up FaceTimes in the middle of interviews and stuff.
Doing
That's
all
what I
this
heard.
crazy stuff. So he was on Asante Samuel, his pod, and here go the part where he was talking about it. Let's listen to it.
These narratives and create these stories and then attach them to a kid that ain't never done nothing wrong.
Yeah. How does that make you feel when you see your colleagues or your peers going in on you, man? Like, how does that make you feel?
No idea, man. You have no idea. Like,
because I don't think people be understanding, like I got kids too. These are our kids. These are our kids.
Blood,
We're
man.
coaches, but these are kids. This is our blood.
And stop lying. Like, you got to understand, my kids are built for everything. We had 2 TV shows, and then we had shows in high school with playing football junior and senior year. So we've always been in front of the camera, so they know how to navigate. They know how to handle themselves. Yeah. And you're not going to catch them in no foolery and no mess. You're not going to do that whatsoever. So when you sit up there and say something like he went in a meeting unprepared, like, dude, Shedeur Sanders, who's had 6 different coordinators, who has still functioned and leveled up every time we brought somebody new in, and you're gonna tell me situation. You're gonna tell me he had on headphones. Shedeur, anybody know my son, understand he's a professional. Like, he's gonna go into a meeting with headphones on. Like, y'all come on, man.
You know what that tells me, Coach? That tells me somebody was looking for something before they even came there. I was already looking for something.
Yeah,
looking for an issue, pre-planned. You know what I mean? But hey, bygones, bygones. Hey, man, we know you a dog. Your kid's a dog, and dogs gonna.
Hugh.
Yes.
First question is, do you believe Shedeur Sanders? Because his draft stock went down because he was on some hood rat things. Do you believe any of that?
I do believe he was on something. Okay, hear me out, you guys. I know it's an unpopular opinion. Right? Because his talent compared to where he was drafted at doesn't make sense. I don't care how popular or his pops is or XYZ. I do believe there has been some mishaps that turned them off. You know, I understand what Deion's saying, and he's his father. You know what I'm saying? So we expect him to say this. You know, he's not going to say too much different or whatever the case might be. So what he's saying, you know, you can take it with a grain of salt. I'm not saying that he wouldn't tell the truth if he went the other way, but, you know, his feelings is going to be his feelings. But Shedeur Sanders was a top 3 QB. You know, he was a top 3 QB talent-wise. So you're telling me that talent and how much he can bring as far as eyes to your franchise, you don't want him because he didn't do anything? Like, I think the ignorance is like, he didn't do nothing wrong?
I 1,000% disagree. They are 1,000% lying on him. We have seen Sheduer on TV shows since he was damn near born.
Yeah.
All the way to now, from HBCU, with all the distractions at the HBCUs, to Colorado. And we have never, not one time, seen him be off his square. We ain't never seen him be on no crazy stuff. We ain't never seen him be on no disrespectful stuff. He's a young kid, like to be flashy about stuff. So, and since we've known Deion Sanders ain't never lied to anybody. He always called it like it is. When his kids suck at a game, he be like, hey, man, my kid was on some bull jive. He sucked. He call it what it is. He ain't going to lie too much because we ain't never seen him lie. He usually keep it 100. So, with all that being said, you have a few things. The first thing is the NFL is 100% about power. They got to have the power. They don't care about no money, whatever. They got to have the power. And with a Sheduer and a Deion, the power shift changes because their name holds more weight. So when you go down, and Deion, it was definitely on him when he went on Gilly and Wallow podcast and said, "Oh, my son, you know, he is some teams he ain't gonna go to. We'll pull an Eli, even though the Eli daddy didn't pull the Eli." You black.
Yeah.
You're black. People don't like you because you're arrogant. So first they like, you're going to tell us where he will and will not go.
I mean,
okay,
that's something though.
But that's not Sheduer. That's not Sheduer. That's his daddy.
I think he leaned into it also. Like he leaned into it, and okay, so you're coming in with this persona, you guys. So you're Shedeur Sanders. You're the biggest name coming out of college. So
number one in completion percentage.
And we all see the talent. See, that's what I'm saying. This is not about talent. I mean, there's something that you're saying. So it's like, okay, are you leaning into it? Are you coming in as your father? Your father is probably top 2 best defensive players ever. You know, so
probably number 1 of all time.
I mean, I'm just talking about defensive player, period. Because, you know, everybody give it to LT. Everybody give it to LT.
No, I give it to the prime.
Yeah, so everybody give it to LT. They say he's the greatest. Chime in. Who do y'all think is better or the greatest defensive player, NFL player of all time? So, anywho, Deion came in. You know, he was the man. He was the show. He came in, ran the 40, and ran off. He had the talent to do so. First and foremost, he was a worldwide talent to do so. And he came in with the whole brash thing, of flashy and stuff like that. That was rare back then. It's not that rare now. Let's be honest. Everybody's doing you catch a pass. Everybody doing a dance. Everybody crit walking this thing. You know, in this thing, everybody's doing something. So you turn a deaf ear to that a little bit. So Shedeur Sanders also coming in with money in the name. So there could be possibilities that he's not coming in. He's not coming in humble.
They want him. You got to think these rich and without owners,
and he don't have an agent, so he's talking to his representation is coming basically straight from him or his father.
You have to just be honest with the situation, Hugh. All the owners is white. It's not one of them had it. All of them are white. When they draft these players, the typical player you drafting somebody that don't have a daddy, single mom, raised in the hood, they broke, they just want to get mama out the hood, and it's more please draft me. You can change my life, you change my family life. You ain't seen too many Shedeur Sanders where he's already making money in NIL on himself. His daddy is Deion Sanders.
Hey, we have another Manny coming up. Yeah. Let's see how he's.
I can't wait to see how they treat Archie because he's in the same situation.
100% same. Probably a bigger. He's got more hype than I would say Sheduer because he's in Texas also.
He's in Texas.
Texas is different. Texas is different
because once it get closer towards him getting drafted, we gonna hear from his daddies and them like, yo. Wait, but
are you going to hear from them though?
But they gonna learn from Prime.
You know, are they going
from Prime?
Are they going to hear from him? How is he as a kid going to show up in this situation? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be humble? Is that going to be a different scenario if he come in humble?
He do get some flashy in him.
Yeah, his game is his game.
Yeah, his game. You can tell he got a little swag.
Far as when the interview process, I bet they gonna want humble from him too, though. I bet he can't. I'm just throwing it out there. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, the man and the conspiracies, all that. I'm all for it.
100% feel like
I'm all for that.
They colluded against him.
I'm all for that, man.
They colluded against
but sometimes, honestly,
mark my words right now.
You gotta look at yourself. Sometimes you gotta point the thumb. How did I come into this situation, Lando? You always say when you're going to work for somebody else, you have to act a certain type of way. There's never been a time in this country that we don't have to work harder and be humble and XYZ. No matter if it's right, wrong, or indifferent. I ain't talking about all that. It is what it is. So as you come in, how did you conduct yourself? Did you act bigger than the pool that was in? I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but they're going to attack you for it. They're going to look for you. You are the name.
And I 100% agree with you right there.
You are the name.
Because even though I'm pro-black. I'm going, hey, man, just go ahead. Your numbers, everything show for it. Your end goal is to go work for somebody else and play in the NFL. That's the thing. You're going to make millions of dollars doing it, but unfortunately, you have to go accordingly. Look what happened to Kaepernick.
Yeah.
You
took him out the game.
Took you out the game. He's still begging to get in right now.
And he just didn't want police officers on being he just wanted peace.
That's it.
That's it. Like, think if I wanted to go work for Delta, right? Say I wanted to be a flight attendant over there, but I was at like I was the best regional flight attendant over there. United is not regional, but y'all get what I'm saying. Not big as Delta. And I go over to Delta and I go up. I'm like, I'm the best over here. Y'all, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all want to know? Y'all need CPR? I got that. Don't worry about it.
And they gonna be like, we don't want him because he's stuck in his ways, and his John Doe airline and our airline have two whole different ways. So that sometimes, in a lot of cases, they prefer to take me that's fresh, never been with any airline, because they could train me, versus you that's used to saying your same damn announcements, doing the same.
Yeah. And that, I mean, so it's that you're coming to a league. It is the biggest. NFL is, no matter who you are, nothing's bigger than the brand.
The shield.
The shield is the shield. Nothing's bigger than that. If you come in acting bigger than that, no matter if it's you, Johnny Manziel, or what's the Florida QB? What's the Florida QB?
Which one?
The one the greatest QBs. I mean, college players of all time.
Vince Young? Not Vince Young. He's sick.
He won 2 national championships in Florida.
How long?
Tim Tebow. Oh. But you remember he had that movement around him, and NFL.
He was bigger than the shit.
He was bigger than they did not want
power, bro.
So you know that. So if you're not playing the game, whose fault is it? Is it their fault or your fault?
They still wrong.
They still wrong. Is it their fault or is it your fault? If you know the game and you don't want to play inside the lines, then that's on you, brother. I don't care if they right or wrong or not. They own it. You're trying to be a part of it. Call it what it is.
So, all right, just shifting gears, but same conversation. Will Shedeur Sanders start as an NFL quarterback this year with the Cleveland Browns? If so, when you think so?
Yes, because I mean, at this point, it seems like everybody's in that QB room, yo. They got old man Flacco. Man, shout out to Flacco, man. Let's drop a bomb.
Flacco getting his money, bro.
Get boss up and get his money.
Would you boss up and get his money, Flacco?
Hey, man. So, yeah, he's better than what they got. You know, once it comes down to winning and you're a coach, you don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Your job is tied to other people's jobs. So
it's like literally.
Best player gonna win.
So it's like, that's why I just hate people, bro. Because it's like,
hate you guys.
Because y'all, I'm talking to y'all. Let me get clear. I'm talking to y'all. That's why I hate y'all. I'm about to tell you why. The reason being, going into the pre-draft stuff, right? All y'all said, man, yeah, Sheduer, he man, soon he suck. He's this. Man, he's not good. He's only there because of his daddy and all this type of stuff. And y'all believed all of those lies. And the first day OTA, everybody like, Sheduer's looking very accurate. Strong, like we didn't just see him play a few months ago.
Yeah.
We literally just we know he was accurate. We know he's good, and we know he had the worst offensive line in the history of college football, and he still was number 1 in completion rates, right? So now people are like, oh my gosh, oh man, Sheduer. Number 1, he's better than all them there. Yeah. He just lacked experience playing the game.
Yeah.
Such as NFL level.
So
starting the season, they're going to start Flacco. They're going to start Flacco. He got the experience, all that stuff. Got the people behind him. Flacco gon' Flacco after a while. Flacco is gon' Flacco after a while. It's not if he's going to Flacco. It is when he's going to Flacco. And that Flacco going to come with 4 interceptions and a possible.
Remember, I can't. I'm trying to think of his name. Chat, y'all probably know who I'm talking about.
Winston?
Yeah.
You know it's bad. When I'm talking interceptions and you said his name, I said Winston.
It was Winston. And remember what they're going, Fitzmagic?
Oh, my God.
Remember Fitzmagic?
Fitzpatrick.
Probably the greatest beard in NFL history.
Oh, he got so much swag.
He should have a statue in Canton just off of the beard alone, just so they can have it in bronze.
What is Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, I think it's Ryan Fitz. But you know, they call him Fitzmagic when he have a good game. Y'all know who we talking about.
Because he would have a 4 touchdown, 300 something.
Oh man, greatest Hall of Famer.
87 yards, 6
interceptions, 2 of them pick sixes. Those are the best QBs, man. Between that's a good pull between them three. Who has the best ups and the worst downs?
Oh my God. I'm going. Oh dang! So you saying, that's a great one.
Their greatest game. Their greatest game is their greatest game, but their lowest game is their lowest game.
Let's have this conversation, chat. Out of these 3, we saying Ryan Fitz, we saying Joe Flacco, and Jameson Winston. Who have the better upside of having a better game? I'll let you answer first.
I think it's between Fitzmagic and Jameson Winston. I'm sorry. Anyway.
And it's bad because Flacco's the only one that won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. He bet it all on himself, too.
Yep.
I think...
you got to pick one here.
I think... I think I have to go with my boy from Florida State, man. I have to go James.
Okay.
I'm trying.
So
what's his first name?
Jameson.
Yeah,
Jameson Winston.
Yeah, Jameson Winston. I have to go with Jameson Winston.
So it's between because thing is, Flacco gonna Flacco, but Flacco is not.
His great game ain't that great.
Yeah, like the last 2 years ago when he was on the Browns, he went crazy because he was playing with house money. He was just sitting on the couch. Y'all called him to come play off the couch. He was throwing that thing. The best upside, I think, Fitz, man. That magic.
It was magic.
His magic is magic, but the biggest downside is hands down Winston, bro. Winston is like, you just threw 4 interceptions, all pick sixes, and it's like, in his mind,
he down there somewhere.
He's down there somewhere. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
You might be right because Fitzmagic, he can pull off 4 games of greatness.
Yeah.
He could be a Hall of Famer for 4 games.
Yeah. Winston
ain't going to give you 4 games.
One in a possible.
And you're going to draft him on your fantasy off the waiver wire, off of that one game. And
he give you 1 in a possible.
You know.
and Flacco going to give you 2 in a possible. Flacco will give you 2 in a possible.
It's just his great just wasn't that great. It just, he had rocket. Like you said, it was just like he not going to give you 500 yards.
Yeah, he gave you 4 with Cleveland that one game. Crazy.
He sure
did like back-to-back 4 too because everybody was going crazy. Yeah. He was off the couch.
Off the couch. He still got rocket on him.
Uncle Rico.
He down there somewhere. But I mean, I know we here. What about they're supposed to be starting QB? It's crazy how we went past him. Ain't he healthy yet?
No, to start. Oh, you talking about Deshaun Watson?
Yeah. My boy Randy Watson.
Ricky Marciano.
I mean, is he gone?
No, he's there. Yeah, but they want him go. The owner came and spoke out, said he don't like when your owner come out while you're on the team and say, I made a mistake by getting him. He's gone. He's there.
It was a mistake, but I understand why he did it, though.
Hell no, I wouldn't have paid him the most money in the league, making you number 1, and you didn't play a year, and you just finished off charges of touching on chicks?
Yeah, okay. Mine is the touching. We don't condone touching out here, right? So, okay, thank you. Y'all seen that chat. So
I'm gonna edit it out.
So
in a remake, it's gonna be a blur.
So he was like a CJ Stroud, really. If you really think about it, almost the same similar. He was young, upcoming, one of the best QBs in the league. He was top 5 at the time.
He was cold,
and it was absolutely 0% chance that he was going to go Cleveland. He was going to go to Atlanta. Everybody knew he was going to go to Atlanta. He from, it's just no comp. No disrespect to Cleveland. It's just no comp. You know what I'm saying? So we knew he was going to go there. So the owner. He got rich for a reason. He like, I'm gonna make sure he don't leave this room. And he did his job. And if it would panned out, everybody would love him for it. We did not see him crashing out like this.
Nobody
so
seen.
I can't fault him for it.
Even with 1 year off.
Yeah. And the thing about people guarantee money is getting towards it right now. So it's like it's not too far off from the market right now. He just did it.
Oh yeah, he was the first because remember he made him the highest paid.
Yeah, so it's like the market is getting to him. But I can't be mad at him taking the shot, especially how bad Cleveland QBs has been over all our lives.
And now we're here. Back to what we're saying. Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, yeah, Sheduer. That was a rabbit hole.
Y'all see how we would start a conversation and we'd go all the way here, but we're going to end up back. We came back home. Yeah. So, will Shedeur Sanders start this year? This the only problem I have, you. This is a genuine problem. Remember, let me put my conspiracy theory hat on.
Okay.
I don't know if they're going to give him a fair shake and a fair shot at it because, number one, you didn't grab him when you had the 2nd overall pick or whatever it is. You didn't grab him when you got Gabriel. You grabbed him in the 5th round. I don't know if they even going to give him a chance because we seen with Tebow when Tebow went from Denver, and remember he had that Tebow magic, right? When he left Denver and he went to New York because it was the what's
Jets.
The coach? What's the coach?
Ryan.
What's his name?
Come on, it's Ryan something.
Yeah, it's Ryan, but I want to know his last name.
Yeah,
but y'all know the defensive coach. He's real good on defense, but terrible on offense.
I'm gonna think of it.
So he like, all right, come over here to death row. I got you. And when Tebow went over there, they started putting him in at punt return.
Block.
They put him in as tight end to block. They embarrassed him.
Yeah, they embarrassed him.
You didn't even give him a chance at quarter. You ain't even just put him in. How Denver was like, hey, man, we know you about bumming up. Just go in there. And he ended up winning. It's like, damn.
The ugliest win of all time.
So, I don't know if they're going to give him a shot. But I'll let you talk in a minute. But Cleveland is going Cleveland.
They going Cleveland.
We know Cleveland is going to lose. We know they're going to be bad. And we know the fans is going to go crazy. They don't want to see Pickett.
No. Who wants to see Pickett?
Nobody wants to see Pickett.
Nobody wants to see Pickett. No disrespect.
Gabe, he's not ready. And even if you put Sheduer in, what sucks is he's in a failing organization where it's like y'all don't know how to win. The team don't know how to win. So he will go in there and probably even bum it up. Even though he's the best quarterback, he still might fail. And they be like, oh, man, he suck. Wow. He's, he ain't had all the reps. What's your thoughts about that? So, hold on, last thing. So, will he start this year? I'm going with no.
That's fair. I think preseason is going to tell us a lot.
Oh, yeah, they got to play him in the preseason.
I think, preseason usually don't mean anything, but it's going to mean something for the Browns because it's like if they give him a shot then, because it's going to come down to what's the gentleman name that they draft before him?
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel. Pickett out of there. They just going to cut him, but it's going to be between them two. It depends which one do better on the preseason.
No, we ain't talking about Rob. No. We talking about something Ryan.
Rex Ryan. So we had to know, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. There we go.
Right.
Rex Ryan. But it's gonna come come down to preseason. They give him a shot in the preseason, and he do good in the preseason. That's gonna give him momentum to do be in
100%.
the Western Night. I don't think the quarterback before him. We gotta see how he's gonna do in the preseason. So the preseason is gonna be basically everything for these guys. I think.
Now, even though I'm saying no, playing devil's advocate, I don't see any way he don't play this year. I don't, because I'm gonna break it down. First thing first, if you're in the NFL locker room, right? You're a receiver. I'm a receiver, and let's just say we both receivers. In practice, we're seeing Sheduer be the best. He's throwing us the ball the best, whatever it is. So we go in these games and we're losing due to so-and-so. One of us is going to start spazzing out.
Yeah.
And we're going to make this locker room uncomfortable. We're going to make the ownership uncomfortable, because if I'm not getting my yards, if I'm not winning doing what I'm doing, my money go down, because my contract said I need this.
Yeah.
And when you put Jameson Winston in, my numbers doubled. You know what I mean? So Winston went in. What's the guy they got over there from Denver?
I was trying to think of his name this whole time.
The guy they got over there from Denver.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He went over there, Jerry Jeudy.
Yep.
Jerry Jeudy looked average, and soon as Winston went in, he was getting 100 yards a game.
Below average.
So
he didn't look good until
Jameson Winston.
Like, he didn't look good in Denver until
Jameson Winston.
And Winston, he's down there somewhere.
So you got the players that's gonna spaz out after a while. Second, you got the fans, because if you look at it right now, since I do the algorithm and the YouTube thing, if you mention Sheduer name, is golden. I never in my life, I'm a Lion diehard fan. I done watched 1 second of Lion rookie OTA. I watched Cleveland Browns to see what Shedeur is doing. His name moved needles.
Where's the Hard Knocks going to be at? Do you know?
Yes, it's going to be in Buffalo.
Okay.
Going to be in Buffalo. That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one, because Buffalo is a Super Bowl contending team.
Yeah.
And I believe they have good personality. So, do you watch Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
A little bit. I don't think I ever watched the full one ever.